Hello, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. So I have really been feeling the energy to come back in and to do another reading based off from the last reading that I did. I did feel there was something where, something has been wrong. Like there had been some injustice. The judgment and the justice card kept showing up where someone had been wronged in a situation. It didn't matter if, what the situation was. It could have been a job opportunity, a door opening, an opportunity of some sort. It could have been, I feel, something to do that affected money, finances, resources, that sort of thing. So I've already pulled the cards that were the main theme of what I see in that last reading. These are the exact cards that were out there. The Eight of Wands to the Four of Wands to the Seven of Wands. So straight away we see so much fire energy. That energy talks about moving forward, and there is this quick movement towards this stability, right? I feel like whoever I am talking to, and I was talking to in that previous reading, where you've had to rise above, you've had to stand your ground, defend yourself, fight off all kinds of external battles, all of that stuff I feel was interference, intentional interference. But what I'm looking at in this reading, and what I was really drawn to, or I kept, just being downloaded about the abundance coming through with this 1010 portal as a result of whatever that was happening in that other reading. You can go back and look at that. It is out there. So, if you're listening to this first, great. If not, you can um, you'll see where this runs off. I am going to pull these decks back in, but what I want to see is what's manifesting. And I'm using specific decks for this message. I'm using the Moonology Manifestation. I'm using the Divine Abundance. This is from the tarot card deck. That's what it's called. And then I'm bringing mindful, what is it? Mindful messages to complete this out. So if it goes in that order. But anyhow, so I feel like as a result of, and when I seen those energies, and I kept like, I just kept seeing them three cards in my third eye. And that was really talking about somebody who has really overcome some serious challenges, had to stand up for themselves, fight some serious battles that weren't even necessary. And now they're at that completion mark, that portal, this 1010 portal, where that old cycle is now ending and this new cycle can begin, right? And I feel like it's this message is talking about, or already giving me the vibe of, where someone's going to need to, stand up, defend, and protect, right? What they've accomplished, and be mindful of those energies that were ultimately slowing you down and sabotaging you along the way, so that you can put those situations to rest as you're receiving, I feel, this new way forward. This is about rest, recharge, rejuvenate. And then we have the star card on the bottom of the deck, and that talks about healing. It talks about a major wish fulfillment. And underneath that card is the King of Swords to the King of Pentacles. And I feel like what this is representing is like you are mastering that mindset and the physical realm at the same time. I feel like as you're mastering your thoughts, your clarity, your, the information, I feel like it's bringing quite, you're mastering the realm of stability as well. Like in their physical realm, you're seeing things really become more solid, stable. So let's keep moving forward. Next card out is that Eight of Wands showing up for a second time, right? Bottom of the deck is the Magician. So manifesting, that something is manifesting quite quickly, manifesting you forward out of this. I feel like this is an energy where you were for quite some time stuck, stagnant, hanging in limbo. Things just weren't moving. I feel like you've done a lot of inner work. When we talk about the Four of Swords, that can talk about going, resting, retreating, going within. And now it's like things are coming, like moved right into the future, right? Like moved into where they're destined to go and meant to be. And so there's the Nine of Swords. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. The King of Swords. Isn't it interesting to see that we had the Seven of Wands out here, and now we got the Nine of Swords? Because right away, to me, this is talking about that energy of being overwhelmed of the mind, and where I feel one person was coming, or one energy that I'm picking up on is coming out. Because there's no doubt in my mind that I just feel intuitively and knowing that there was external interference. And now it's like the tables are flipping. Somebody is coming out of this resting, recharging, rejuvenating, clearing their mind space, and moving forward. And this feels to me like where it's moving them out of that nines complete out a cycle. Well, nines are endings, then the tens are completing that cycle out, right? So this is over. This what somebody is being moved out of is that mind space of could have even been over having insomnia. This would represent that, coming out of overwhelming thoughts, or just really feeling really cluttered in that mind space. It really gives me a stressed energy, feeling that stressed energy in the mind, overthinking, overanalyzing, confusion, any of that stuff would apply to this. But there's another king. So we've seen three kings show up. This is talking about mastering. Well, we've seen two kings because this is the King of Swords. And yeah, I'm just the energy I'm seeing here, the death card to the Three of Wands to the King of Cups. So there is a third king, and that talks about the king of emotions, right? Mastering your emotions, mastering your mind, and mastering things in the physical realm. And the one king we have not seen was the king of fire, and we do know from that the prior cards all fire, and even showing front row and center is more fire energy of things moving quite quickly. So the one king that that is mastering taking action, that is mastering moving forward, that is mastering having confidence. That's the king that is missing in all of this so far. So I feel like this portal is bringing you to that point of mastering that realm as well. I feel like there is something very abundant coming through. I feel like this space and time, I'm feeling really stuck, stagnant, overwhelmed in that mind space. This is coming to an end. So let's grab some cards. We're going to start clarifying some of these things. I hope this resonates with you. Please leave me a comment if it does, because it's really always nice to see when people are coming out of a really challenging time frame or experience or cycle in their life, because that really does make a big difference for everyone, right? Like the higher the vibration, the more peace, love, happiness, and joy that will surround everyone. So this is really nice to see this. So let's keep moving. What abundance. First card that comes up is the new moon in Scorpio. We did see the death card. Well, I seen it. I didn't show it to you. I'm sorry. But that was talking about the transformation. And you can see this is clarifying this Four of Swords, right? New moon in Scorpio, go deeper. So I feel during somebody's rejuvenation, their rest, relaxation, their recharging, all of that stuff, they really did a lot of deep shadow work. Like they really went within, and water, Scorpio is a water energy, really felt some feelings, really looked at things that were typically Scorpio energies are things that we hide deep inside. They're secretive, we don't tell people about them. They can be pains, traumas, heartbreaks, disappointments, whatever it is for an individual. And so I do feel like something was done in the dark as well, which I've seen in that prior reading. And this is where it's coming up. I feel whoever I'm talking to, you've always known something was not right, or something was off, or something was missing, or just something just did not resonate with you on a soul level. And while you never got that, or you didn't at that time get that physical validation, that can be part of this right here, where you were in that energy. I'm feeling though that this is the energy you are coming out of. Embrace the flow of life, full moon in Gemini. So again, full moons talk about releasing Gemini energy right there. So that talks about that mindset. Like there is some shift and change as far as the mind, the way the mind thinks, what thoughts are going through the mind. It's like we've seen two King of Swords show up. So that's mastering that mind, right? So very, very powerful energy. And look what we got. It showed right up. Embrace the flow of life, full moon in Gemini. So, again, that air sign energy, right? And moving that energy quickly. If we all, everybody has negative thoughts or, things pop in their mind, this, that, and the third thing, but you can dismiss those. You can reject those. You can allow more positive energies to come through. Take a reality check, full moon in Capricorn. So I'm feeling with this energy, it's just talking, about changing. Like the energies of your mind are going to ultimately change the things in your physical, in your job, your career, your money, your finances, relationships, anything that is in the physical realm. And I feel like this is something that is happening quite, I feel quickly because um, that Eight of Wands has shown up like twice, and I do feel that is very quick moving energy. And look, first quarter moon in Scorpio, release the blocks, trust all will be well. So I do feel like this is what is happening as far as you manifesting, because this is about abundance. This is about manifesting abundance, whatever realm that abundance is for you. Can be peace, can be joy, can be physical stability and security, it can be financial security, it can be love. Whatever this is, everybody is different, everybody's on their own journey. So I'm just saying the energy that I'm feeling, or well, I'm feeling that I'm feeling it showing up as well. So this is talking about embracing, what comes in and release the blocks. There was something that was blocking someone. I feel even like this feels to me tied to that last reading where you don't like I just feel like you're not going to allow the blocks of the past to, kind of have the opportunity, let's say it like that, have the opportunity to impose blocks in your future. Like by discovering them, that Pluto energy with the so much Scorpio here, there is this major, massive transformation that's taking place. Pluto right now is at 1 degree of Aquarius. So that is bringing through transformation, life, death, rebirth, phoenix rising energy through that new age, that new era, that this new energetic vibration that we are meant to embrace. I feel like it's starting off to a rough start, but anyhow, nonetheless, I do feel like we are going to get there. So this is going to assist you in releasing blocks. The next card that comes up is reframe. So this is from the Divine Abundance Oracle, right? And I feel this reframe is restructuring, reorganizing. Where is Saturn is in Aquarius right now as well. So Saturn is about that structure, that discipline, that reshaping. Also, I'm feeling strong structure and discipline with Aries energy, and we had that full moon, so we can really recognize where maybe during that full moon process we looked at some things or seen some things and um, recognize some shifts and changes that needed to happen or that were ultimately coming through to happen, right? So we've reframed something. Wow, look at this. This showed up in reverse. We don't read this deck in reverse, but it was in reverse. I feel like at some point somebody was lost their way. They were not on their path. And with this reframing and then this card coming out like that, yeah, look, bottom of the deck is inner power. I feel like that full moon kind of was a wake up. Even it could have even went further back into the eclipse energy, that was going on during August, right? So it could have even been at that point where someone was really seeing that something wasn't working, something needed to change, there needed to be some adjustments. They recognized maybe that they weren't on their path and kind of, could have been overwhelmed or resting and recharging to get work through the mental anguish of whatever this was for whoever this was. But this reading is about the abundance that's coming in. And what I'm seeing already is that these blocks are being released, your structure is being reframed, something is being rerouted for you, you're being realigned to your path. Like this is what I'm seeing in this reading for abundance. And again, the abundance can be in whatever that is for you. So the next card that comes up is self-love. So this was a wow, expansiveness. Really nice. Really nice. So I see a lot of growth. I see, and again, it's coming from within. It's like you as an individual, as a person, have grown, evolved, developed in some way, shape, or form. And this feels to me with this expansiveness right there, that this is where you're ready to be in that manifestation mode where and we've seen the magician, right? Where you're ready to I wanted to say call in, but I feel like you have been calling it in, where you're in that receptive energy. You're ready to receive this, where this is showing up. So then two cards fell on my lap, and the first one is intentions. Today is a fresh start. No matter how my day was yesterday, I can make of today whatever I want. My intention for the day is, and then fill in the blank. Right? What is your intention for today? To have a great day, to be inspired, to be motivated, to get things accomplished. What is your intention for today? Set that intention. The next card that's showing up is I am completely engaged in what I do. I'm in the here and now. I call it play instead of work. I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. So very interesting energy right there. Love to see that. And I also love to see the color coordination. And even at the bottom of the deck, I'll read you this one in a second, is the this says the better it gets. But I want to talk about the energy that I feel with these colors up there, because you can really see where this was going from. Like, I know that's not red, but you can see the tones. So I'm feeling root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, and getting to the heart chakra, right? And then at the bottom of the deck was a blue chakra. So that's that throat chakra. I feel like somebody is ready to speak this into existence. And I feel receive the energy of this opportunity, the growth, the abundance, whatever this is. This feels to me like somebody who is no longer stuck or confused in a mindset and is really in tune and in touch with their higher self, self-love, through all that self-love, through this. I feel being rerouted to your authentic path. And this says the better it gets. When things happen that cause me to feel good, I know there's much more good feeling things coming my way. The better it gets, I keep rising up. And yeah, and look, underneath that, like, we go right to the, crown chakra. Return to the body. When I am caught up in a stressful moment, I can move my awareness to my body. Is my jaw clenched? My body tense? How is my posture? This helps me to see where I can relax and let go of tension. Now I can return to any situation more calm and present. A lot of energy of being present in the here and the now, right? Not being overtaken by the mental and emotional anguish of external experiences and situations that could have been part of what was restructured for you in your internal DNA and your chakra system, that sort of energy. And I do feel like this is where somebody, like, again, it just gives me that energy of coming out of that situation. And now it's time to, because as a result of the work that they did, the inner work, the shadow work, the hard work, because it's not easy work. I feel like this is where they're aligning. Like, this is, even when I'm connecting this to the last reading, like, this is someone who's had to heal through betrayals and sabotage and every obstacle and challenge under the sun being thrown in their path to stop them from, you know, evolving, ascending, achieving, receiving, that sort of thing. And now I feel like that's all done. It's over. Look, this fell right out. I started shuffling, and I will leave this reading on this with this ending. There is magic and miracles all around me. Where others see coincidence, I see evidence of life synchronicities. I love filling life with wonder and magic. It's way more fun that way. That's the truth. So the truth. So I feel like this is what's going on for someone as far as attracting and manifesting abundance. I feel like it's like they just need to be in receptive mode and recognize and be mindful of those boundaries that I feel at one time maybe were a little low or a little weak or something like that, where they were sabotaged from, like, I feel someone really had to work for this because of so much external influence. And now this abundance coming in, and it's bringing me back to the first three cards we had, where this is going to come in quickly. It's going to bring the Four of Wands, which is a celebration of stability, security, success. And then the Seven of Wands, where you're going to have to defend and protect that blessing that comes through. I hope this message resonates with you. If it does, please leave me a comment, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you. I'll see you back here soon. Sending you love and light.